'cause back in the day, everybody was living in the moment. Now,
Yeah,
it's like, let me pretend that I'm lit real quick,
facts.
just so they can see it.
Yeah, so I could get that moment on camera
What?
instead of just trying to live present.
Yeah.
I think that's the real problem. Everybody just wants that highlight reel instead of just understanding that the highlight reel came from the moment you just let go. Welcome back to another video, man. Hope your day's going good. In today's video, we got social anxiety epidemic is destroying a whole generation of men. Now, this video is by Ty Bucky. And what I can say, bro, is social anxiety is become a thing in society, mostly because of our perception of reality. Now, let me take you back to a time, COVID, we're all in our houses, we're all staying inside. You know what I'm saying? It created this separation from everyday social interactions. So now, 5 years later, now we're seeing the effects of it. T-Raw, what you want to say, bro?
Yeah, I like the fact that you went there. Social anxiety just comes from being inside too much, for real.
Oh, God.
Y'all boys just gotta get back outside and get active.
Before I left the
I
house,
was about
I
to
swear
start
I
off
was
saying
doing
that
so
right
good. I
way.
was pumping myself up. I was saying, Ricky, today we're not gonna let anxiety, control us. We're gonna have a good day.
I deal with anxiety a lot, like social anxiety a lot of times. Like that's an issue for me just talking to people. Like,
what should I do if my boyfriend has social anxiety? Get another one that doesn't have social anxiety and go.
So listen, man, it's what we focus on, bro. That's what's gonna become our reality, bro. You focus on the social anxiety, it's gonna get worse, bro.
For sure.
Listen, y'all, men are disappearing, and I'm not talking about physically disappearing, but I'm talking about socially disappearing, because we can see each other, but socially most men are absent. Nowadays, people rather jump on their phones than have any type of human-to-human interactions. The other day, I went to a festival and people had on their best dressed just for them to be standing around on their phones. Again, they're physically there, but they're socially gone. The social anxiety epidemic is something that most people don't talk about because the people that have it are suffering in silence.
Social anxiety is a mother, like, so I left the house today and, I wanted to do some Christmas shopping, so I came to Target, my favorite place. And, before I left the house, I swear I was doing so good. I was pumping myself up. I was saying, Ricky, today we're not gonna let anxiety, control us. We're gonna have a good day, and just all this stuff. Like, I'm just trying to prepare myself. And now that I'm here, it's just like my brain is, I don't know, it's just something about large crowds. Like, I don't know what it is. And I know none of these people know me. None of them have any reason to harm me or like say something crazy to me, but my brain just cannot process that I'm not in danger. Like, I'm literally sitting here debating going back home, and I don't. This is a crying fucking shame.
I deal with anxiety a lot, like social anxiety.
Yeah, I got a little bit to do with trauma too.
That's an issue for me just talking to people, like, no matter what it is. It could be on some friendly shit, because I'm the type of person that got
What's up, Maddie?
When I look at the old videos of people in the 90s and the early 2000s, they look like they were so full of life. Like, it looked like embarrassment was the last thing that was on their minds. Like, I don't know if y'all ever watched the old videos. They're interacting, they're dancing if it's a party. It's not like everybody's just to themselves. People are talking to strangers. Even in the shows, like, if you watch an old school show, it's like the energy was just different. It felt so authentic. Like, when I watch Martin, it's genuinely funny. When I watch stuff from nowadays, it just seems like everything is so forced and people are trying to act instead of just flowing into who we naturally are. It just seems like back in the day, they were just so much more present.
Yeah, because back in the day, everybody was living in the moment. Now, it's like, let me pretend that I'm lit real quick.
Facts.
Just so they can see it.
So I could get that moment on camera.
What?
That's it. They're looking for their moment on camera instead of just trying to live present.
Yeah.
I think that's the real problem. Everybody just wants that highlight reel instead of just understanding that the highlight reel came from the moment you just let go.
Yeah.
Like, the craziest thing in my life, bro, was, I don't think I want to put this out in the public. Fuck it, I didn't say nothing. Let's go back on.
I can't help but to wish I was old enough to experience more of that era. Then I question, why are we so different today? Like, why do I go out and everybody is on their phones? Why do people say that it's so hard to meet each other? But it seems like people have a fear of even interacting with each other. Like, why do we care so much, even though all of us don't want to care so much? Like, why? Like, why does it seem like everybody is operating in a shell of themselves?
I'll tell you why. Because everybody is overthinking. And it's like, imagine you finally decide to let go. You open your mouth, you start talking to somebody, and all you can see on their face is judgment, right? You can literally see that they're judging every word that's coming out of your mouth. They're not even really trying to see your side. They're just trying to pick it apart so that they can judge you or put you in a box. That would intimidate a lot of people from opening up their mouth, bro. A lot of people have told me that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the point that I was trying to make at the end of that let go video.
Facts.
There's a such thing as social acceptance. So a lot of people are scared to just be free because they know they're going to be judged in a certain way.
Facts.
It's almost as if our phones have become our safe space to run to instead of facing the issue of why don't we want to socialize. That unspoken issue has become normal. But social anxiety is a
By the way, Matt,
real problem that people are suffering from and is ruining their quality of life.
I didn't realize how bad my anxiety was until I got older, because I'm trying to plan for everything. So because I'm not expressing how I feel, or because I'm not really able to process how I feel in the right way, I'm trying to think of how you feel and then think of a response and then think of a response to your response. So now I'm planning the entire circumstance, entire conversation, how everything gonna go, instead of just saying how I feel and seeing what happened.
I don't know if it's just me, but y'all ever been out in public and didn't want to be in public?
I felt that.
When you got that feeling of everybody watching you, but nobody's watching you.
What he just said.
Why the fuck do we always feel like that? But necessarily, I'm talking to the people who do feel like that.
It's almost like you try to plan
by yourself,
how a conversation's gonna go.
And you feel like
shit.
the whole store is watching you. You start having anxiety. You start thinking people looking at you, people thinking about you, people talking about you. But in reality,
I used to feel like that.
Then on top of that, they not even
I don't care, obviously, the older. I mean, bro, I don't know how young or how old this person is, but that used to be a fear I used to have when I was younger, back in middle school. I remember I used to feel like, damn, everybody looking at me. So the thing I would think about next is like, I wouldn't want to seem clumsy now that I feel people are looking at me. Let me know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. But you start to feel like, damn, you start to feel so self-conscious. You don't want to be clumsy and do something that people could laugh at you about. Like, oh shit, this nigga tripping over himself. So I used to just start counting my steps. Left. Right. Where I'm going. You feel me? It was the only thing that could get me to stop thinking about how many people were looking at me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I did that before, but that's actually how you end up messing up. Because you thinking about stuff that's supposed to happen naturally.
Facts. And sometimes that's how you end up tripping up.
Yeah.
I swear, bro, I'm just one of the people who don't like being around people at all. I don't like the vibe from people. I don't like being around a bunch of people. I just don't like that shit. I don't know if it's the bad experience I had with people in my past or how people treated me, but I know other people feel the same exact way how I feel.
Listen, most people that struggle with social anxiety is because you think you're more important than you are. And that's not a slight. That's not to speak down on you. That's not for you to look at yourself and now become insecure. It's just that you think that people are making a judgment on you at every moment. Like you walk in the room and now the judgment automatically starts. I mean, let's just say the judgment does start as soon as you walk in the room. Once you walk out of that room, what did any of their judgment matter? Or even while you're in that room, are they going to hit you? Are they going to harm you? What if you're that funny looking person in the room, but you're the only authentic person in the room? You're the only person that's actually comfortable in your skin.
You're going to actually get real people
everybody else in the room is concerned what everybody is thinking about them. Think about that. You're in a room worried about what other people think, but those people are worried about what you think. And that's the catch-22 of social anxiety.
Oh,
Most
God.
people aren't really even thinking about you the way you think they're thinking about you. They're just going on about their own days. And the more you understand this, the more freeing you will be. When you walk in a room, those people only exist on how you perceive them.
Social anxiety is not real. People ask me, Ames, how do you not have social anxiety? You know why? Because why do you need social anxiety? Everyone's gonna die one day, and you see all these people here watching you right now, they're all going to forget in 20 minutes. Literally.
That's real though.
Hey, literally. All of these people right here, they have lives themselves. They don't care about me. They care about themselves. Look at him. He cares about himself. Do you care about me, sir? You got sons? So you got to care about family. I hear it, I hear it. My boy though, literally, all of these people, they're trying to catch their train. They don't care what I'm talking about. But social anxiety.
Gee, shit. They just walking right past his ass.
They don't care.
This
They
nigga
don't
crazy.
care. Even the baby don't care. They don't care. Where you going, sir? Where you going? Where you going? Guys, listen.
He just outright was like, yeah, this guy's out shit.
Gee, shit.
I'm just walking past him.
Okay, it might be, bro. I don't know. Anyways, guys, listen. Thanks for watching my video.
Social anxiety exists. It is a pure
She decided to
fragment
do it now.
of your imagination.
Not-
Why
but
are you
it-
gonna care what anyone
That's
thinks?
what I'm saying. Everybody just
Any
looking
of
like
these
you
people
crazy.
Pay for your bills. Why do you care what people think of you? Why are you embarrassed in front of people? Huh? No one cares. People are just getting about their normal day, and no one cares about you. So why do you care about what they think? Social anxiety literally does not exist. Look,
I ain't gonna lie.
everyone.
I applaud them for this.
For sure.
I would never do it though.
Just shopping, minding their own business.
Why
They're
wouldn't
all
you
gonna
do
go
it, bro?
home And they're gonna forget about it.
One of the main ways that you think people judge
They
you is
just
how
trying to
you judge other
prove their
people.
point
so that's
that
another
social
reason why you gotta
anxiety
be
doesn't
careful with
really
what you say with
exist.
your tongue as well.
What?
If you're constantly speaking negatively or judging other people, or you're always on your phone and you're judging what you see, and you're constantly reading comments, seeing how other people negatively judge whatever you're looking at, you're gonna assume that the judgment that comes to you is also gonna be negative, which is why focusing on the positive judgment to yourself is what can free you from this type of thinking. Because remember, none of the people that see you actually know you. But I want to show y'all something from one of my favorite creators in this space. When I was really struggling with social anxiety, his videos really helped me. Check this out.
Why are you so shy? You're visibly nervous right now.
It's like public speaking, and it's not easy.
Okay, well, let's logically look at it. Are you in danger? Anyone here have a gun? Seattle, no guns. There's no threat. Logically, nothing will happen. You can do whatever. You can make some silly sounds. Look at that. Nothing happened. Yeah. Give him a hand. Look at that. This is good on the external side. Why? Because you did something that was a little out there, out of character, outside of your comfort zone. You didn't die, and you actually received positive feedback. So realize, nothing bad happened.
That
If you're
catch-
someone
I'm not
who
a
just lives
teacher,
up
though,
here,
Ken. Look at his
mentally,
jerk,
in the
bro.
mental,
What?
logical, analytical realm, you will not have charisma. That is the land of the robots. It's like, I am trying to have charisma. I will say the same line Julian said, and hopefully
Notice
it will
how
also be-
all the people who care, their shirts are all hanging out. Like, bro, even this shirt right now, like y'all been seeing, I've been wearing the oversized tees, and when I wear this mic, it be pulling my shirt down, bro. That shit be throwing me, bro. I like my shirt to just be on my neck. I don't like no loose neck ass shirt.
Yeah.
But you see all these niggas who don't give a fuck. All their shirts are all over the
Gee,
place.
shit.
Boy, they don't give a
I
fuck.
don't care
be
about clothes.
charismatic.
Don't care about how
You
they
gotta learn
look.
to feel. Get into your body. If you can't feel, there's step number one. And guess what? Most people can't. Most people, even in terms of expressing how they feel, even a smile, they are unable to smile. And this is why most of us, even when going out, it's like we feel like imposters.
I can smile.
Right? It's like, oh, they're going to discover the real
You know
me.
what I'm
Why are you
saying?
not putting the real you out there? Why do you believe that the real you is so pathetic that you have to hide it? And when you actually put it out, you tap into it, you have that self-respect where it's like, you know what? No. I'm no longer going to
Damn.
compromise who I am. I'm going to put it out there. and you just feel alive, there is no going back. There is no going back to the fake front. You just can't.
I know for some people, you're probably saying to yourself, yeah, but if I'm the real me, what if people don't accept that? What if people laugh at me? What if people look at me in a way that's different from how they look at me now? Like, what if that girl, she doesn't call me or she doesn't give me her phone number because I'm being the real me? I'm saying the corny jokes that I naturally say. I'm not being suavemente trying to be one of these guys off of YouTube. I'm being the real me. What if she doesn't like that though?
What should I do if my boyfriend has social anxiety? Get another one that doesn't have social anxiety and go out with him and let the
That
other one
just
stay
proves
home?
how fast women leave you, bro. Facts.
That's easy.
I feel bad for any woman that's listening
don't
to
got
Share
money?
7. But anyways, let's
Don't
get
get
back
outta
to the
here.
topic. See, by you not
got
being
social
yourself,
anxiety?
you strengthen the
up outta
resistance
here.
of being yourself, making it more hard for you to naturally be you. So you keep up this persona that you believe is a lot more acceptable, which is why we have dudes in the club that are sitting on their phones instead of enjoying the music. Which is why we have
For
girls
sure.
that instead of enjoying the dance floor, they sitting there trying to post for the Instagram. They're doing what they believe is acceptable for this social setting instead of just enjoying themselves. Think about when you try to come off as this cool guy, this cool macho man that's all real suave with the words, and ladies, you know, you try to look cute all the time, you come off as awkward because you're trying to keep up with a persona that actually isn't you. So I ask you, so which one do you hate more? To let a stranger or another human down, all because you were being your authentic self and you didn't live up to the expectation that they had for you? Or what about living a life of being uncomfortable and scared to do everyday activities because you're scared on how people are gonna judge you? I remember when I was single, my bros would always ask me, yo, bro, how do you have the courage to just walk up to a girl? And I used to tell them, bro, the worst thing that she could say is no. And if she says no, and I know I was being authentically who I am, if she rejects that person, then she should not be around me. Because if she approves the person that is a facade, then she's attracted to somebody that's actually not me. Listen, fellas, one thing people yearn for right now is to be around somebody that is comfortable being themselves. Let's just think about it real quick. When you go to the club or something like, or the bar, or you're out in a public setting, who is everybody recording? The person that is authentically themselves. They're enjoying the music. They're, hey, that's where everybody put their phone down. They get to enjoy what it is to be in the presence of somebody that's comfortable in their own skin. They're shaking all of their social anxieties and they're allowing themselves just to be them. Everybody around them is yearning to be in that exact seat. So while you may be telling yourself, oh, I gotta fake act like I'm this guy that you're really not. No, you need to be comfortable with being just who you are. Say the corny jokes. Be okay with being rejected for who you are, but be happy that you were who you actually are. Because being nervous is okay, but it's a problem once you let it control you, because now you fear a normal feeling.
So one of the reasons why you have social anxiety and why you get so nervous in social situations is because at one point in your life, you were taught that it was not okay to be yourself. You developed the belief that being yourself wasn't enough. You believe that if you just express yourself authentically and unapologetic.
Yeah, I can feel this one. But you know what I'm saying? This all just comes back to the mindset of giving up the power, bro. You don't think you have the power within you. You know what I'm saying? Some people would be like, oh, you doing YouTube, bro, and you posting videos, you'll get 7 views. What keeps pushing you? Because I know eventually, bro, I'm going to make that video. My editing, my storytelling, everything about what I'm doing is going to get to that point where people are just going to fuck with me for me. You know what I'm saying? As long as I improve on me, it's going to keep growing, bro. I'm already to the point where I'm comfortable. I don't care. I don't need to follow up behind nobody for friendships. I can make mistakes. If I apologize for them and you take it one way, it's whatever. I'm not living upon your validation. I do not care. You know what I'm saying? If we don't talk again, take care.
People are going to reject you. So this brings up an important question. How can you bring more and more of yourself to social situations and express more and more of yourself while at the same time being safe or feeling safe to be yourself in those situations? You're going to have to push your comfort zone just a little bit. But by doing a little bit more each day than what you're used to, you're going to feel more and more comfortable around people, being yourself around people, and being more free around people. Another thing to take note of is the people in your life who already allow you to feel
Be
free,
yourself.
to be yourself around them. Hope this helps. And if you have any questions about social anxiety, leave it in the comments.
The best gift that you can give the world is yourself. Like, being your true, authentic self, that is the best gift that you can give somebody. And so, like, if you don't have that community, you don't have those people, start putting yourself out there. Go outside. Go to different events. Like, introduce yourself to people. You know what I mean? Ask people
That's
questions.
exactly what I was gonna
Inquire
say,
about who
bro.
they are, and allow yourself to be open.
You will not overcome your social anxiety by getting good at socializing. And there's two reasons for this. The first reason is because your perception is already distorted. You already misinterpret social interactions because of your obsessiveness and because of your low self-esteem. So even if you were to have quote unquote good interactions, the likelihood is you would still find something to obsess about. And the second reason is because you do not overcome a fear by reassuring yourself that everything is okay. You overcome a fear by facing the fear head on and realizing that despite the negative outcome, you can manage it. And so when I hear people say, but you don't understand, every time I have a social interaction, it goes really poorly. Number one, we can't trust your assessment because of your low self-esteem. And number two, the whole point of this is to have bad social interactions. A stand-up comic does not get good at stand-up by just being really good at stand-up. They have to bomb. They bomb over and over and over again until they lose the fear of bombing, and then it gets easier. That's what we need to do. We need to bomb and be okay with bombing. So after the social interaction,
So do you see how my point earlier about the YouTube correlates? It correlates perfectly. Failure, trial, until success. And that's how it goes, bro.
you don't tell yourself you're a loser, you're a mess up. You tell yourself, oh, well, I made a mistake. It is what it is. You throw it to the wind. I realize that's easier said than done, but that is the attitude you need to have. Everybody makes social mistakes. Your problem is that you misinterpret them and you obsess about them.
So if you have social anxiety, I just want to let you know that you are not alone. I struggled with really bad social anxiety, and sometimes I still do. That's why this video for me was very therapeutic, just to make this video. Just to remind myself and to remind you guys that nobody really cares, okay? Just be you. And when I look back at the moments that I really have enjoyed in my life, it was moments of me just being me. Even if I looked stupid to others or whatever, it felt free. So just allowing myself to be me really helps with my social anxiety. And another reason that I didn't really touch on in this video why a lot of y'all experience social anxiety is also because you're living with some type of shame, which is why watching those X-rated videos, I mean, you should really stay away from, because although it feels good in the moment and it doesn't feel like it's hurting anybody, deep in your subconscious, it creates some type of shame because you subconsciously believe that people
all the way back to the
gooners when they're looking at you.
I'm just wondering when we go escape a video that doesn't talk about this shit.
You look at people in their eyes. Try it out. I'm telling you, it works. But if you're living in an honest life and you're not living with shame and stuff like that, I'm gonna tell you the same way my dad told me. You gotta look under the bed so you can see that there's no monsters under the bed. Because if not, your imagination is gonna keep telling you that that monster is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And also remember this, one day we will all die and everything that you're worried about won't even matter. Especially the opinions of others. So live life to the fullest and stop putting
they all finna die with you.
Your happiness on layaway for later. Live now because later is not guaranteed. Anyways, y'all, it's been your boy Ty Boogie. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, turn on my post notifications, join my Discord as well. Tell me how you feel about this video. If y'all want to just vent and just tell me about your social anxiety in the Discord, even in the comments below, I would love to hear it. I would love to hear y'all just be open about how y'all are feeling, because this is something, like I said, I've battled with very quietly, and I'm able to handle it pretty well. So this video was very much therapeutic for me as well. But until next time, man, I'm out of here.
I'm not gonna lie, Ty, this was a good video, bro. I wasn't even finna react. This wasn't even something that was on the list. It's like YouTube refreshed and this video came out. Let me see, it said 13 hours ago, 15 hours ago. Let me refresh this shit, make sure. Yeah, bro. This wasn't the list of videos I clicked yesterday. It was just literally just appeared in my tab. Crazy. But it was a good video to react to, none the same, bro. I felt therapeutic just being able to talk about it in a way, because I feel like I came from social anxiety my whole life. I kind of dealt with that, bro. Like, I was the type of kid that I moved around a lot. I went from one country as a jit to a country full of Caucasians, in a state full of Caucasians. I went to New York first. So you gotta understand, you going from Jamaica to New York. Jamaica, we're taught to be polite, nice, and respectable human beings. When we go to New York, niggas don't say hi, they don't give a fuck about you. They in their own bubble, they bump you. Watch where you're going, son. You know what I'm saying? I was culture shocked. Then I went to North Carolina, where I'm dealing with hella white. I could count on my hand how many. I had 4 black friends in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about them, they weren't racist. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no race shit. It was just weird. It's like, imagine you're the limited amount of anything in a population. It would make you feel strange. Then we come all the way down to here. I'm sure, by the way, I'm not ragging on North Carolina. I know it's changed up a lot. I went back a whole bunch of times since, and there's a lot, the black community's coming up over there now. But fast forward now, I lived in Florida for the rest of my life, bro, and just moving around a lot, having to meet people, not knowing what people on, bro, it just, you know, it can lead somebody to struggle with connecting with others. You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to say to you guys, long and short, because I know I'm on an incoherent tangent. What I want you guys to take away from what I'm saying is, put the power back into yourself. It is not impossible to overcome social anxiety. It's only what you view your reality as. If you think that you're always going to be having this social anxiety to deal with, you're going to always have it to deal with, bro. But if you envision yourself as the type of man who has a lot of connections, meets a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? And not only do you visualize, but you put that into practice, you will get better and you will achieve these things. It's just that simple, putting work to practice. T-Raw.
A lot of these problems we create in our own head, for real. So just stop overthinking that, bro. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if people judge you, nobody cares, bro. They just gonna move on with their life after the judgment. You feel me? You at a party, hit that little dance if you want to, you feel me? Saying that song out loud, they might judge you right then and there, but once they leave, they not even gonna remember you, bro. Just pop your shit, do your thing.
Yeah, man. That being said, you already know, life is about a series of decisions, and this video is over. Go ahead and hit this video a like button, comment below, man. Let us know about anything we said in this video, man. We reading all the comments on this one, especially. You know what I'm saying? You already know, bro. We gonna catch you in the next one. We out.